This is Art Television. Spoken English by Malit Kodagoda. සාම්ප්‍රදායික ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගැන්වීම් කලාවෙන් ඔබට.
A very good evening. Welcome to On Focus with Arts. English as the international language and as the scholar's language is very important to all of us than ever before. We are amidst a crisis and many people are trying to migrate. And also people are trying avenues to enhance their knowledge in English. Today, we have two special guests here with us. We would like to warmly welcome Mr. Malit Kodagoda, a famous English tutor, and Ms. Dumindra Rupasinghe, Manager Marketing at fluentme.lk.
Hello.
We warmly welcome you to the program and thank you for joining with us today. So, Mr. Malit, now we know we learn English from grade 1 to advanced levels.
Yeah.
And even when doing A-levels, we have a subject as general English. But Sri Lankan citizens, they do not know to speak fluent English. As an English lecturer, what do you have to say about this knowledge gap?
Yes, exactly. Then, Mariam, there are many reasons for it, right? So, then I will take the main reason. The main reason is, as I think, so in schools, in our schools actually, students learn English to pass exams. Clear? Students intend to learn English to pass exams, not to use the language, not to talk, not to communicate actually, right? Normally, what is the purpose of a language, Maria? Why do we have a language?
Definitely to communicate.
To communicate, yeah. The purpose is totally for communication, right? To communicate. So we should learn English to communicate, to use it, to talk actually, not to pass exams, right? But in Sri Lanka, in our culture, students learn English to pass exams, and also parents also do the same, teachers also do the same, right? They also teach English for students to pass the exam. And the second thing is actually, students learn English as a subject. Normally English is not a subject, right? English is a language. So we should learn English as a language, not as a subject. So we can't learn a language like we learn science, right? So we can't learn English language as we learn mathematics. Totally different scenario, right? So it has to be changed actually. Learning a language has to be very practical, it has to be modern. Actually, it has to be different, right? So we have to change it. That's why people learn English when they do jobs. Normally in Sri Lanka, Mariam, right? So students are fed up of English language, mainly in government schools, right? If you go to a school and ask whether they like English or not, they will say, right? They are fed up. They are totally fed up of learning English. But the same person, when he does a job, then he comes to learn English. Clear? Yeah, that's it. They don't have a desire to learn English. So first of all, we have to encourage them to learn English. That's it.
Right. Thank you very much for your answer. Now, you were talking about new processes in your explanation. Now, as an English tutor, what are the new methodologies you use when you lecture your students?
Yes, I would say like this. Actually, I didn't come here to talk about my classes, right? So, but normally in my classes, so apart from teaching, so we give them individual instructors to talk, right? So we give them many sessions to talk, to use the language practically. And also we do some revision classes, and we have a massive plan for it. But in general, normally when I start a class, in the very first day I tell them, if you learn English, you need to have a burning desire. Not just a desire, right? It has to be a burning desire. If you don't have it, go home, I tell them. Clear? So if you learn English, you must be having a burning desire to learn the language. Otherwise, you will never speak English. Yeah, that's the thing. So we do some activities and we have many plans to teach them. But in general, so first of all, we need to encourage them to learn English, and so we should be having a plan for it. Yeah.
And why do you teach English in Sinhala?
I think good question. I didn't have any opportunity to talk about this, Mariam, right? Actually, I take this opportunity to talk about that. So then it's like this. If you go to China, right? You go to China, so you will need to learn what? Chinese language. Now you come to the class, right? Can you learn Chinese language in Chinese?
No, definitely no.
You can't do it, no? Right? You can't learn Chinese language in Chinese, right? You can eat Chinese, but you can't learn Chinese, right? Clear?
Yes, yes.
Then, so first of all, we need to explain things in Sinhala, because I teach for adults, no, not for kids, right? I don't teach English for school students. I teach English only for adults, right? There are many teachers to teach English for kids, but I don't do it. Actually, teaching English for adults is a different thing, right? Not like teaching English for kids. Teachers who teach English for kids can't teach for adults. Clear? So we need to understand what they want. We need to understand how they like, right? They don't want to fill in the blanks again to learn English, right? They want to talk. So we have to identify what their issue is. Clear? If you learn Chinese language, I am the Chinese teacher, then you come to my class, I teach everything in Chinese. Do you understand anything? No. You are new to the language, right? You are a beginner to the language. You don't know anything about Chinese language. So the teacher should explain things in that language. But in my classes, normally, Mariam, in my spoken English classes, but I explain things in Sinhala. But after that course, we have another program called Advanced Spoken English course. In that course, actually, we talk totally in English. There are some levels actually.
So the first level you explaining Sinhala,
Yes,
then
exactly.
when the candidate goes higher, it's totally
in
100%
in
English.
that class, so totally in English. Yeah.
Okay. I believe we learned a lot and there's a lot more to know. So we'll be right back after this short commercial break.
Spoken English by Malit Kodagoda. සාම්ප්‍රදායික ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගැන්වීම් කලාවෙන් ඔබට.
Quiz Rundown.
Spoken English by Malit Kodagoda. සාම්ප්‍රදායික ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගැන්වීම් කලාවෙන් ඔබට.
Welcome back after the break. We are at a discussion with Mr. Malit Kodagoda, a famous English tutor, and Mrs. Dumindra Rupasinghe, Manager Marketing at fluentme.lk. Now, since you teach English in Sinhala, මාත් සිංහලෙන් ප්‍රශ්නයක් අහුවට කමක් නැද්ද?
ඒක හොඳයි.
ඒක හොඳයි නේද? හරි. දැන් මොකද ගොඩක් ඉංග්‍රීසි දන්නේ නැති අයටත් වැදගත් වෙයි. මම ඔයාගේ platform එක බලද්දී 1 minute English කියන concept එකක් මම දැක්කා. මට පොඩ්ඩක් එක පැහැදිලි කරන්න විනාඩියෙන් කොහොමද ඉංග්‍රීසි කියන සබ්ජෙක්ට් එක අපි ඉගෙන ගන්නෙ?
ඔව් ඇත්තටම මරියම් මේක පොඩක් වෙනස් කරන්න ඕනේ. විනාඩියෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න බෑ. හරිද? මම මැජික් කරෙක්ට් නෙවෙයිනේ. ඒතකොට සාමාන්‍ය එක කරන්න බෑ. but මේ 1 minute English videos කියලා කියන්නේ වීඩියෝ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක්. ඒක මගේ මලිත් කෝදාගොඩ Facebook page එකට ගියාම නැත්නම් මගේ YouTube channel එකට ගියාම බලන්න පුළුවන් 1 minute English කියන ඕන තරම් ගොඩාක් කට්ටිය මේක බලනවා. හැබැයි මේක බලලා නැති කෙනෙක් මේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එක බැලුවොත් එමේ තමයි මොකද්ද මේ විනාඩියෙන් ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වන්න පුළුවන්. විනාඩියෙන් උගන්වන්න බෑ. අපේ පන්ති වල වෙනම course duration එකක් තියෙනවා 6 months එහෙම course duration එකක් තියෙනවා. but මේ තියෙන්නේ ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකේ නම 1 minute English. හරිද? එතකොට දැන් මෙතන ඉන්නවා නම් කවුරු හරි දැන් මේ වීඩියෝ එක බලන කෙනෙක් ඉන්නවා නම් 1 minute English වීඩියෝ එකක් බලලා නැති දැම්මම ගිහිල්ලා ඔයා ඉස්සෙල්ලා මගේ page එකට හරි YouTube එකට ගිහිල්ලා වීඩියෝ එකක් බලලා ඉන්න. එතකොට එයාට idea එකක් එනවා මොකද්ද මේ කියලා. ගොඩක් ඉංග්‍රීසි එපා වෙච්ච ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න එක අත්තරලා දාපු කට්ටිය තමයි මේ 1 minute English videos බලන්නේ. සමහර අය ඉන්නවා මරියම් ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න එක අත්තරලා දාපු කෙනෙක්. එයා මේ 1 minute video එකක් බලලා ආයි පාරක් they start learning it. ඒගොල්ලන්ට පොඩි අය hope එකක් තියෙනවා. මේ ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ නේද කියලා. එහෙම අය ගොඩාක් ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් මේක මේ video series එකක් ගොඩාක් කට්ටිය බලනවා මේ videos.
So since you explained about the 1 minute English, let's go and watch some videos and we'll be back.
Hello everyone, we are on the way to Kurunagala. අපි කුරුණෑගල යන ගමන් we just stop here පොඩක් නතර කරා මේ නියම පැටර්න් එකක් තියෙනවා කියන්න. දැන් මම යනකොට මගේ ටීම් එකේ කවුද ලක්ෂාන් කිව්වා මේ සර් මමත් ආසයි මේ කමක් නැද්ද මම ආවට කියලා කිව්වා. කියන්නේ එයාත් කැමති යන්නේ. මේ කමක් නැද්ද මම ආවට කියලා කිව්වා. අන්න පැටර්න් එක. කමක් නැද්ද මම ආවට. කමක් නැද්ද මම කෑවට. කමක් නැද්ද මම නිදාගත්තට. අන්න ඒ වගේ කොහොමද කියන්නේ. කමක් නැද්ද කියලා අහන්න අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන් do you mind. නැත්නම් don't you mind. එක එක විදිහින් කියන්න පුළුවන්. නැත්නම් is it okay, is it fine එක එක විදිහ තියෙනවා ඉතින්. මම එකක් ගන්නම්කෝ do you mind කමක් නැද්ද. ඔන්න බලන්න. කමක් නැද්ද මම ආවට කියන්නේ if දාලා කියන්නේ. Do you mind if I come? Do you mind if I come? කමක් නැද්ද මම කෑවට කොහොමද කියන්නේ? Do you mind if I eat? කමක් නැද්ද මම නිදාගත්තට? Do you mind if I sleep? කියන්න පුළුවන් එළි වෙනකම් මේකෙන්ද? තව එකක් බලමු. කමක් නැද්ද මම ඔයාට කෝල් කරාට? Do you mind if I call you? කමක් නැද්ද මම ඔයාගේ අතින් ඇල්ලුවට? අන්න. කොහොම ලක්ෂණ කියන්නේ?
Do you mind?
Do you mind if I touch your hand? අන්න හරි. Do you mind if I touch your hand? Say. Okay then. See you in the next video guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good day everyone.
I believe those videos are very valuable and would definitely enhance our knowledge in the English language. Now, Mr. Malit, දැන් මේ දවස්වල ගොඩාක් අය විදේශගත වෙනවා, ගත වීමට බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. So for people like that, what is the importance of the language?
දැන් ලංකාවෙන් මේ දවස්වල දැන් අපිට වැඩිපුරම කෝල්ස් එන්නේ මේ පිටරට යන කට්ටිය. ඒ කියන්නේ අනිත් අය ඉන්නව පන්තිවල කොහොමත් ඉංග්‍රීසි ලැන්ග්වේජ් එක රට ගියා හො නැත ඕනනේ. මේ සෑහෙන කෝල්ස් එනවා මේ රට යන. හැබැයි ඒ කෝල්ස් වල ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා මරියම්. ඒ කියන්නේ කතා කරන්නේ මේ සර් සමහරට මගේ නම්බර් කියලා. සර් මට ලබන මාසෙ රට යන්න තියෙනවා. මාසෙකින් ඉගෙන ගන්න බැරිද? නැත්නම් කියනවා මේ මාස දෙකේ කෝස් එකක් නැද්ද? ඒ කියන්නේ මේ මාස දෙකකින් ඉගෙන ගන්න බැරිද? ඒතර මම අහනවා ආගේ වයස කීයද කියලා. ඒ වයස කියන මම වයස 35යි කියලා. ඒතර මම අවුරුදු 35ක් තිස්සේ නෝකර ඉඳලා දැන් මේ මාස දෙකකින් කොහොමද මම ඉංග්‍රීසි උගන්වන්නේ කියලා. ඉතින් එහෙම කරන්න බෑ මරියම්. right? so ඉංග්‍රීසි ඉගෙන ගන්නවා කියන එක it's a process, right? a procedure, it's a game actually. so ඒ process එක යන්න ඕනේ. ආ ඉගෙන ගන්න ඕනේ, practice කරන්න ඕනේ, vocabulary හදා ගන්න ඕනේ. it's a process, right? but මේ normally I don't like short courses. මගේ short courses නෑ කරලා තියෙනවා. නමුත් ඒක අපි continuously කරන්නේ. ඉතින් අපි මේ පාර ආයි මේ fast track course කියලා short course එකක් අපි introduce කරනවා මේ පිටරට යන කට්ටියට. හැබැයි පිටරට යන කට්ටියට විතරයි. අනිත් කට්ටිය අපි 6 months course එකට join වෙන්න ඕනේ. පිටරට යන අයට අපි සාමාන්‍යයෙන් මාස දෙකක තුනක short course එකක් කරනවා. මේ එංගලන්ට රට ගිහිල්ලා use කරන්න පුළුවන් විදිහට හදාගන්න පොඩ්ඩක් introduce කරනවා. හැබැයි අපි continuously කරන්නේ. අර මේ crisis එක නිසා ගොඩාක් කට්ටිය අහන නිසාම අපි එම කෝස් එකක් පටන් ගන්නවා. නැත්තම් අනිත් අයට අපිට තියෙන අපේ අනිත් course duration 6 months 8 months ඒකට join වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
Since you were very silent, Ms. Dumindra, I would like to throw a question at you. Now, when I was going through your online platform, I saw a concept as Fluent Me. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, of course. FluentMe.lk is actually an online platform that is available for the first time in the history of Sri Lanka, that has been designed specially for an English learner. And of course, I have to mention that FluentMe.lk is, of course, a special invention by Mr. Malit himself. And FluentMe.lk is special because, like I mentioned, it's for the learner, and the learner can select a convenient time, a convenient date, and not just that, the learner can also select the type of instructor, who the instructor will be that will be talking to the learner, because the instructor that is available on this platform will only be available to speak to you, because this is a friendly platform and it'll be like the learner is talking to a friend. And that is what the speciality about FluentMe.lk is.
Now, Ms. Dumindra, now we Sri Lankans and people in overseas, can everybody access to this platform?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Okay. So, if a candidate wants to register, what is the process?
Okay, so just to take you through the process, first, of course, you have to go to FluentMe.lk on the website, and then when you go there, you will be asked for a mobile number, or you can register through your mobile number or an email address. And when you do, you will be directed into the website where you can pick a trial package. A trial package is available for only 500 rupees, which you can access. You get access to the resources, to an instructor. It could be a lady, it could be a male instructor, whatever you want, you get it on FluentMe.lk. And then in addition to that, after you're done with the trial package, after you get to see what exactly you are gaining from this package, you can pick a package that is specially designed for you, that is specially designed according to your convenient times, according to your convenient dates, because what we all have problems in timings, and we're all very busy people, so this has been designed to match your needs and your convenience, which is again the speciality of FluentMe.lk.
Thank you very much, Ms. Dumindra, and to our viewers, it's actually very cheap. With the rate of inflation, it's just only 500 rupees. So if you have your friends, please and tell them to log into this Fluent Me platform and enhance your knowledge in English. So actually, Ms. Dumindra, why do you really need this product? The
Okay.
importance.
Yeah, yes, Mariam. So I have a very simple answer for that, because like Mr. Malit mentioned before, we all learn English. It's learnt as a subject, but we actually need to put the words that we learn into communication, into words, to speak those words. But what happens in reality is that even though we learn the language, we don't always have anyone to speak it with. Because even though we want to talk to someone, we don't always have a family member or a friend who can help us to speak the same language, especially when it comes to English. So that is where FluentMe.lk comes into play, because FluentMe.lk, the instructors are specially there to talk to you, to talk to the learner, to speak with you, to communicate with you, so that you as a learner can learn the language and how to speak it and how to communicate to someone else other than what we have through words. So that is the reason why we need this product, especially in today's day and time.
This platform is available for both adults and kids, right? Kids also can do this. Then and also we monitor every sessions, right? There are many talking apps in the world, but this is not just like that. We monitor every session, and at the end of the session, we give the student what they actually did mistakes. If they did mistakes, so we let them know, and we ask them to correct it.
Okay, thank you very much for joining with us today. Thank you, Mr. Malit, and thank you, Ms. Dumindra. I wish you all the very best in your future endeavors. And to all our viewers, I believe we gain a lot of knowledge, and if you want to learn English or to talk to someone in English, you definitely can log in to www.fluentme.lk. So we'll wind up for today. Have a good night and take care.